All right. This one is the first game out at Illinois today. These games will be played at the Wintrust Arena in Chicago. Doubleheader here featuring the home team, I guess. Uh, Loyola Chicago here facing Florida Atlantic. And this one's on, like I said, it's on a Barstool Sports. I think these are the two featured games here tonight. I mean, there's not a lot to cover here necessarily in college basketball. There's some games. We'll be on them with a pretty decent start last night in the premiums. But just to find a couple of games that may be featured here a little bit. There's no national. There's a lot of ESPN Plus game. The several, probably a half a dozen of those. This Barstool Sports, apparently you get it on Fubu free, by the way. That's what they told me. And we'll see. I'll find it. But other than that, Barstool Sports handles this doubleheader from Chicago with Florida Atlantic going up here against Loyola. And look, I mean, we do have, let's get into it here with Florida Atlantic on the road. Pretty decent team here coming into this season for sure. And they'll be favored here on the road by 6.5 tonight. This one. And let's see here. Thank you, Jerry. I'll preview that game. I've got to be better at having everything ready when I transition these sports. Okay. All right. In this one right now, current line sits at up to 6.5. It opened as low as -3. Generally, opener 4.5, 5, maybe even a 6. So we saw it coming here with Florida Atlantic. They're going to be pretty popular, I would think, in the public eye. But I'm not sure in this neutral site setting against a program like Loyola Chicago. I don't necessarily want to buy into all the hype coming in this game. I think you're going to hear everyone talking today about Mike. I don't want to go there right now, but yeah, I mean, I'm taking a big lump on that one. And after I just touted that, I can't talk about this right now, but boy, let me tell you, I'm steaming. Okay, especially after the news came out yesterday. Anyways, against a program like Florida Atlantic here, the line just seems to keep going up. Florida Atlantic's getting all the juice from all even the sharps are hitting it. I'm not buying it right now. I would rather trust Loyola Chicago in this spot. Maybe I'm not reading into it clearly at this point with this Loyola Chicago club, and I know we're not dealing with probably the same Loyola that we've been dealing with here. And yes, are we dealing with a Florida Atlantic team that, is, top 40-ish? Yeah, these guys are supposed to be pretty decent. But look, you still have Loyola Chicago last season. Uh, it wasn't great. It's not like it was before for the Ramblers, but I don't know. For me, I just think they still can get it together. Valentine knows what he's doing. He's been here before. I'm sure he could turn this back around to get them back to where they were, and that maybe last year was just a one-off uh, with this program. So um, for let's take a look here with FAU. I mean, obviously, when we had that historic run, that long winning streak last year that caught everybody's eye, and yeah, I mean, they ended up probably against a too tough of an opponent against San Diego State last year. But look, they're expected to be just as strong. My numbers probably have them higher than number 40 actually, but I just feel like this line's too high, and I'm going to take Loyola Chicago here tonight. Um, they're supposed to be the home team in this. Um, Here, Bobby says go over. I'm worried because I was looking under, and I'm still scared because, like I said, if you didn't catch the top of the show, so far college basketball. I'm going to read this off one time here. We just got two games. Uh, 74 and 54 so far to the over 57 point something percent. So overs so far. Also home teams 76 and 50 against the spread, and favorites 74 and 52 against the spread. So in general, home favorites and over. The squarest of the squares winning so far in college basketball. Home favorites and over are uh, coming in general. Wipe it all, 100 and again, this is a small sample size considering the length of the season, but it's still 128 games in to what I've calculated. This is college basketball games this year. Uh, home teams against the spread, favorites against the spread, and overs in general, 57.7%. So I'm not saying just you keep going all year. I'm saying right at this moment. So maybe for another day or two, this could still be happening. Like I said, especially with some of these matchups where where we're not going to have, yeah, there will be some, but these first games have more of the 19, 20, 25, 30 point spreads. And they're taking them to town so far, it looks like. They'll give me the Ramblers tonight. And the second matchup in Chicago features Arizona State up against Mississippi State in this one. And I'm showing Mississippi State here currently at a 3.5 point favorite. And the total's down to 130. Here's a total moving down despite everything I just said. And I don't know, it probably is actually a very, very solid move. This one has been as high as 135 and a half. I would say, yeah, 135 and a half continues to be on the move. These are the moves that, yes, are the games going over? Yes. Are the sharps on the totals winning so far? By my count, they are. They are smashing the totals. I should be doing well. We had a good day to start the premium, good couple of days to start the premiums. I laid off Saturday, wanted to see the landscape, and the sharps are coming in, and they're coming in hard on the under in this game. I've got to back the under, just seeing from the action that I'm taking, and I've missed out a whole bunch of value here at 130 right now, but they're still hitting the under. And these guys are, I'm telling you, they're smashing right now. If you just look back at the moves, if you look at it like I do, follow the move, see if the move came home. The move comes home right now with the sharp action. Not that'll be that way all year. It is to a certain extent. That's why we win. I'll take the under here in this one at 130. As far as the side is concerned, they're betting Arizona State plus those points. I mean, it was as high as 4.5. I'm not even sure I trust that move. Um, I'm leaning Mississippi State right now, and it could be a premium later, but I'll give you the under here as my play. All right.